Hi, my name is Matt, and in this video we are going to discuss how test-driven development can significantly speed up your migration from one integration platform to another. And first, let's start with the description of what test-driven development is. In a nutshell, test-driven development, or TDD for short, is a software development approach where you write automated tests before you write the actual code. So in the context of the integration platform migration, such as the migration from SAP Process Orchestration to SAP Integration Suite, this means that we collect and prepare our test cases before the actual migration. And ideally, we do it in the automated way. While migrating from one integration platform to another is usually a technically driven project, poorly planned and executed migrations can result in data loss, business process disruptions, huge costs, and of course delays. In such a project, business involvement is preferably very low, because from the business perspective, processes should work as it was previously, as of course they in addition have to carry with their day-to-day operation and tasks. Similarly, if you consider all hundreds or thousands of partners and external applications connected to your SAP system via integration platform, they will also want to continue sending and receiving the same messages as before migration. So testing your integration on a new platform is a must. Without it, you cannot have a high confidence in the system after the changes have been made. But your business teams and, more importantly, third parties may not be available for testing, and if it's done in the traditional way, you will have to reduce the scope of testing or reduce the quality or extend the project timeline to ensure proper testing. The solution to this problem is the test-driven development with automated test cases creation. In your current integration platform, you already have hundreds or thousands or even millions of messages with your EDI partners and external applications that you exchange every single day in your productive environment. This data is reliable and it represents the highest quality messages you can use for testing. You have the input messages sent by your partners and external applications together with the output message after the routing, mapping, and logic executed in your current integration platform. Int4 Shield can continuously scan these messages and automatically transfer them into test cases in the background, ensuring an easy way to collect reliable messages for testing. You have the freedom to choose which interfaces you want to create test cases for, and the Int4 robotic crawler can create the folder structure for you, showing at a glance for which interfaces the messages have been already collected. As you can see in the Int4 APITester cockpit, you can see the structure of the folders that have been created. In each folder, you can see the list of test cases. These test cases are the collected payloads from our source SAP PO system, including input and output messages after mapping. Once the messages are stored in the Int4 solution, you can use them as long as you need. Once you have collected your test cases, you can start your migration process for the selected interfaces. In most cases, the entire project is divided into waves or phases. While migrating and developing in SAP Integration Suite for Wave 1, your development team can validate interfaces very early in the development process just by executing the collected test cases from SAP PO. The input message from test case is sent to SAP Integration Suite, and the output from the collected reference SAP PO test case is compared with the real tested output from the SAP Integration Suite, ensuring a seamless process. Int4 Shield not only removes the dependency on the third-party applications and business teams, but also speeds up the entire testing process, as developers can shift testing and fix issues during the development process, resulting in much fewer defects during UATs. Let's go back to the Int4 cockpit and the folder with the collected test cases. To reuse the SAP PO test cases for our migration validation, we first need to select them and migrate them from SAP PO test cases to to SAP Integration Suite test cases by providing the automation object that stores the details of the tested iFlow in the SAP Cloud Integration and the folder to which test cases will be migrated. Then we can go to the converted test cases and execute them. This injects the input messages into SAP Integration Suite, and Int4 Shield automatically compares the reference outputs from SAP PO with the tested outputs in SAP Cloud Integration. Once all test cases are validated, we can see the general overview of the test run, and we can dive into the details of the specific test case and check the comparison. On the left side of the screen, we can see the original message we are comparing to, and on the right side, we can see tested outputs from SAP Cloud Integration. If something goes wrong, and for example, mapping doesn't work, I can fix my mapping and rerun the test cases as many times as I want, ensuring the correct migration of the selected interface. What is important is that this way we can not only validate migrated iFlows with current waves, but in all future waves, we can regression test all completed flows from the previous waves, ensuring that changes made to object for wave 3 or 5 don't negatively affect something we have already completed in wave 1. Today, integrations and APIs are the backbones of your organization's business processes, and you simply need to ensure that the migration from one integration platform to another is seamless and that business processes are not impacted. And for this particular challenge, being able to simulate third-party application and partners to break these external dependencies and leverage test-driven development supported by automated test cases creation and seamless regression testing is already a real game changer for some of the largest companies in the world. So if you want to learn more about how to secure your integration platform migration, click the link below and schedule a free discovery session. During this session, you can see by yourself how Int4 Suite can help you ensure that the project gets delivered on time. Thank you for watching.